Hey guys, I'm Dr. Ruth Roberts, the creator of the original CrocPet diet, and Happy New Year to you and to your pets. I hope everybody's enjoying so far. In South Carolina yesterday, we had a freak snowfall and got 5 or 6 inches of snow, which is just insane for us. And Alicia, I know you were probably getting dumped on too up there in Myrtle Beach area. But we all survived. Nobody lost power. We all had to stay home, which is just horrifying. And our guys are sure hating that. We're all slung up on the sofa on the back porch enjoying what sun there is today. So what I wanted to talk with you briefly about is sort of New Year's resolutions for pets. And there's and that's something we all kind of think about for ourselves. But what I'd like you to think about for your own pet is what simple thing or simple things can you do to help improve your relationship with them, how they are, their health, certainly. And what I'd encourage you to do, certainly, is to feed the original CrocPet diet. But that seems like a lot of work to many people as far as getting all the food made and prepped and all of this. And it can seem daunting, especially if you're not cooking for yourself or your family that often. So what I'd invite you to do is just try a very small change that you may find is quite helpful. And I'm not the only one to suggest this, and in fact there have been several studies out there to support this idea. But what the idea is if you're feeding kibble, you're feeding cans, whatever it is, take a small handful of a frozen mixed vegetable, cook it, and add it to your pet's food and mix it in. So the amazing thing about that is that, that's not too hard, and that's going to take you maybe an extra 5 minutes. Your dog's going to really enjoy it. Cats, maybe not so much, but the important thing for dogs, and in particular the breeds that are prone to bladder cancer, for instance, schnauzers, those guys got a lot of problems with it. What they found is that simple step of adding fresh vegetable decreased the incidence of bladder cancer in schnauzers by 40%. So that's fairly stunning. And there's many, many things that are happening on the human side that are showing that small, simple changes that improve the way you eat are going to improve the way that you feel and ultimately your health. So, for instance, on the human side, the big new fascinating thing is time-restricted eating. And essentially all that boils down to is eating supper by 7 p.m., everything. Any snacks, dessert, what have you, everything in by 7 p.m., and then don't eat again until 8 a.m. the next day. There was a study done on women that had been diagnosed and treated for breast cancer, and by making that simple change, not changing what they were actually eating, but changing when they were eating and when they stopped eating, the incidence of recurrence of breast cancer dropped down by 40%, which again is shocking and stunning. And these were women that had undergone conventional therapy, whether that was a combination of surgery, radiation therapy, and chemotherapy, whether it was all three of those things or just one or two, the surgery plus radiation or surgery plus chemo, that's phenomenal that they were able to reduce the recurrence of breast cancer simply by changing when they were eating. So I'd strongly encourage you to take small changes that are something you can wrap your head around and feel comfortable about doing consistently. And just start by adding some cooked veggies to your pet's food and see if that doesn't help too. The other thing I would really like to talk with you about, last week I was talking about this little poodle we adopted for my mom from Valiant Rescue here in Charleston, and she's doing fabulously, by the way, and starting to learn how to act like a dog, which is just amazing. Every day she's more consistent with what she's doing as far as going out to go potty, the housebreaking's going well, all those good things. But more importantly, so I think those dogs have gotten somewhere and are in a safe place. But I'd like you to think about the other rescue group I talked with you about last week. And this is the group down in Chihuahua, Mexico. So their name is Adopta. So if you adopt me, tu amo. And I'm sorry, I'm butchering this, I know, but essentially the rough translation is, if you adopt me, I will love you. These guys are doing amazing work, and I've been corresponding with them, trying to help them figure out how to add a button on their Facebook page so that they can accept donations. But they are doing truly amazing stuff with little to no resources. So, in that area, there are lots and lots of stray dogs, and one of the really inventive things they had figured out was to take PVC pipe and make feeders and waterers out of this. So they've got these PVC pipes bolted to walls filled with dog food, one of them with food and then the other one with water. And then so these stray dogs are able to go by and get something to eat and drink and not starve to death, which is just so incredibly smart. So again, I'll post that link down below so that you can see if we can help these guys out. And this is the thing, is that we're accustomed with the adoption groups in the U.S. They're providing top-level medical care so that you're able to get a dog that's healthy and that you have a great chance of not having really any major surprises come up. These guys are still down in survival mode. So again, I'll post the link to their Facebook page. Go check them out. Help them out. They really desperately need the help. And hopefully they will have figured out how to get some assistance or get a accept donation button up on their page. If not, message them. The woman that runs the group doesn't speak English very well, but her husband does, and so they can help get you information so that you can understand what you're supporting and actually how to help them as well. In just a few minutes, I'm going to head over to our CrocPet Chefs site, our private Facebook community for people that have purchased the CrocPet diet, as well as the kidney health program and gut health program. And I'm going to do a little talk there about different cooking methods and ways to cook the CrocPet. So if you're already a member of that group, come on over with me in a couple of minutes. If you're not, and that's something you're interested in, that's part of what we do with these information products, is help you figure out how to best do this for your specific pet and your specific situation. So if you haven't checked it out, go to the original CrocPetDiet.com and look up the original CrocPet Diet membership and ebook, as well as the kidney health protocol and the gut health program. So that's what I've got to you for today. Hope that makes sense. Hope you're off to a great start to this new year. And come on over to the CrocPet Cooks site with me if you can. And in the meantime, I'll see you next week on the Dr. Ruth Roberts page, the original CrocPet Diet page here on Facebook. And until then, remember, your pet's best health starts in the bowl. Thanks so much. Take good care.